everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing my very first speed build in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I am working on Wally's garden today, and first and foremost, I needed to fix this path in front of his garden because, oh my goodness, it was bothering me so much to see the big holes missing in the path. I don't even really understand how that happens, but I've seen it a lot. So after fixing it, I decided I would work on the actual garden itself. I wanted to build upon the already existing vibe, energy of that soft cottagecore feel. I loved all the flowers. So I decided to build upon that same energy. I added a few trellises, and it was bothering me whenever I realized that there were certain items like the basil and the sticks in the way, but I went ahead and I moved them, and I later decided to add this bicycle. But the thing is, I really couldn't decide where to put it. I kept moving it, I kept changing all of the angles. I had it in front of the entrance at first, and then I moved it towards the back. I was having a really hard time deciding where to put this, but I really liked it and I wanted to find a spot for it. Aside from the bicycle, I was also really wanting to add some big flowers in the front. I wanted to be a very floral, grand entrance, so I added some of those, and I also added this well. I feel like color-wise it matched Merlin's tower a little bit better, but I decided to add it anyways. I just feel like Wally really needed it. I can't explain why, but I just felt like he was really needing it. I went ahead and I also added these burlap bags, and I kind of decided, hey, what if I turn this, like what if I make it face a different way than the other bags? I feel like it looks a bit more natural that way, because if I kept it facing in the same direction, I just feel like it looks too, I don't know, repetitive. I just feel like it didn't look as natural, so I turned those, I added some flowers, and I did really like the ones that I added, but I felt like their original placements just were not, they just weren't working. It wasn't giving the vibe that I wanted, and those were my biggest challenge actually. Even though I knew that I wanted to have them, they were my biggest problem, my biggest task to overcome. I also wanted to add the actual rows of flowers instead of the circular ones. Another big issue was, even though I wanted all 4 of those pieces, was trying to figure out, should these circles be in the back? Should they be in the front? How should I place these? How should I angle them? It was honestly pretty difficult, and I'm not gonna lie, these trees that were nearby were very annoying. I kept having to move them, and I knew that I wanted to have added trees later, but those ones were just, they were not it. They were not giving the right vibe, and they were frankly kind of annoying. I also added a couple of barrels. Don't ask me why. I really don't know why I did that. I just felt like they looked nice. No rhyme or reason. They just looked nice to me, so I added those as well. And part of me kept getting really tempted to add this fire pit that you guys can see, and it didn't really look that good, so I removed it the second that I put it down. But you know what? It was worth a try. One day I'll find a build in Disney Dreamlight Valley where I can add that and it actually looks good, but this build is just not the day for that. I also thought it would have been cute to maybe add like small items on top of the picnic table, but I didn't really have anything on hand that I felt like would have looked really good with it. Ultimately, I just went with the vibe of adding lots and lots of flowers, lots of brown tones, and I feel like I was a little bit nervous with the picnic table because if you look at the wood, it's a bit reddish brown toned. Like, it's not fully red, it's not fully brown, it's a bit of a mix of both, and I was concerned that the colors in the actual garden itself weren't really gonna match, but I feel like it ended up really working out actually. And here is the final look. I'll go ahead and walk throughout the build so you guys can see everything. I really like how this turned out. It's very simple, but very, very beautiful. And that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone!